Chapter 9. Now when these things were done, the princes came near to me, saying, The people of Israel, the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the peoples of the land, following their abominations, even those of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy offspring have mixed themselves with the peoples of the lands. Yes, the hand of the princes and rulers has been chief in this trespass. When I heard this thing, I tore my garment and my robe, and pulled the hair out of my head and of my beard, and sat down confounded. Then everyone who trembled at the words of the God of Israel were assembled to me because of the trespass of the exiles. And I sat confounded until the evening offering. At the evening offering I rose up from my humiliation, even with my garment and my robe torn, and I fell on my knees, and spread out my hands to Yahweh my God. And I said, My God, I am ashamed and blush to lift up my face to you, my God, for our iniquities have increased over our head, and our guiltiness has grown up to the heavens. Since the days of our fathers we have been exceedingly guilty to this day. And for our iniquities we, our kings, and our priests have been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands, to the sword, to captivity, to plunder, and the confusion of face, as it is this day. Now for a little moment grace has been shown from Yahweh our God, to leave us a remnant to escape, and to give us a stake in his holy place, that our God may lighten our eyes, and revive us a little in our bondage. For we are bondservants, yet our God has not forsaken us in our bondage, but has extended loving kindness to us in the sight of the kings of Persia, to revive us, to set up the house of our God, and to repair its ruins, and to give us a wall in Judah and in Jerusalem. Now, our God, what shall we say after this? For we have forsaken your commandments, which you have commanded by your servants the prophets, saying, The land to which you go to possess is an unclean land through the uncleanness of the peoples of the land, through their abominations, which have filled it from one end to another with their filthiness. Now therefore don't give your daughters to their sons. Don't take their daughters to your sons, nor seek their peace or their prosperity forever, that you may be strong and eat the good of the land, and leave it for an inheritance to your children forever. After all that has come on us for our evil deeds and for our great guilt, since you, our God, have punished us less than our iniquities deserve, and have given us such a remnant, shall we again break your commandments and join ourselves with the peoples that do these abominations? Wouldn't you be angry with us until you had consumed us, so that there would be no remnant, nor any to escape? Yahweh, the God of Israel, you are righteous, for we are left a remnant that has escaped, as it is today. Behold, we are before you in our guiltiness, for no one can stand before you because of this. Chapter 10. Now while Ezra prayed and made confession, weeping and casting himself down before God's house, there was gathered together to him out of Israel a very great assembly of men and women and children, for the people wept very bitterly. Shechaniah the son of Jehiel, one of the sons of Elam, answered Ezra, We have trespassed against our God, and have married foreign women of the peoples of the land. Yet now there is hope for Israel concerning this thing. Now therefore let's make a covenant with our God to put away all the wives and those who are born of them, according to the counsel of my Lord and of those who tremble at the commandment of our God. Let it be done according to the law. Arise, for the matter belongs to you, and we are with you. Be courageous and do it. Then Ezra arose and made the chiefs of the priests, the Levites, and all Israel to swear that they would do according to this word. So they swore. Then Ezra rose up from before God's house and went into the room of Jehohanan the son of Eliashib. When he came there, he didn't eat bread or drank water, for he mourned because of the trespass of the exiles. He made a proclamation throughout Judah and Jerusalem to all the children of the captivity, that they should gather themselves together to Jerusalem, and that whoever didn't come within 3 days, according to the counsel of the princes and the elders, all his possessions should be forfeited. And he himself separated from the assembly of the captivity. And all the men of Judah and Benjamin gathered themselves together to Jerusalem within the 3 days. It was the 9th month, on the 20th day of the month, and all the people sat in the wide place in front of God's house, trembling because of this matter, and because of the great rain. Ezra the priest stood up and said to them, You have trespassed, and have married foreign women, increasing the guilt of Israel. Now therefore make confession to Yahweh, the God of your fathers, and do his pleasure. Separate yourselves from the peoples of the land and from the foreign women. Then all the assembly answered with a loud voice, We must do as you have said concerning us. But the people are many, and it is a time of much rain, and we are not able to stand outside. This is not a work of 1 day or 2, for we have greatly transgressed in this matter. Now let our princes be appointed for all the assembly, and let all those who are in our cities who have married foreign women come at appointed times, and with them the elders of every city and its judges, until the fierce wrath of our God is turned from us, until this matter is resolved. Only Jonathan the son of Asahel and Jazer the son of Tikva stood up against this, and Meshullam and Shabbatai the Levite helped them. The children of the captivity did so. Ezra the priest, with certain heads of fathers' households, after their fathers' houses, and all of them by their names, were set apart, and they sat down in the first day of the 10th month to examine the matter. He finished with all the men who had married foreign women by the first day of the first month. Among the sons of the priests there were found who had married foreign women of the sons of Jeshua, the son of Jozadak, and his brothers, Maaseiah, Eleazar, Jared, and Jedidiah. He gave their hand that they would put away their wives, and being guilty, they offered a ram of the flock for their guilt. Of the sons of Immer, Hanani and Zebediah. Of the sons of Harim, Maaseiah, Elijah, Shemaiah, Jehiel, and Uzziah. Of the sons of Pashur, Elionai, Maaseiah, Ishmael, Nethanel, Jozabad, and Elasah. Of the Levites, Jozabad, Shimei, Kaliah, Pethahiah, Judah, and Eleazar. Of the singers, Eliashib. Of the gatekeepers, Shallum, Telem, and Uri. Of Israel, of the sons of Parosh, Ramiah, Uzziah, Malchijah, Mijamin, Eleazar, Malchijah, and Benaiah. Of the sons of Elam, Ataniah, Zechariah, Jehiel, Abdi, Jeremoth, and Elijah. Of the sons of Zadu, Elionai, Eliashib, Mattaniah, Jeremoth, Zabad, and Aziz. Of the sons of Bebai, Jehohanan, Hananiah, Zabai, and Athli. Of the sons of Bani, Meshullam, Malach, Adiah, Jashub, Sheel, and Jeremoth. Of the sons of Pahath Moab, Adnah, Chelo, Benaiah, Maaseiah, Ataniah, Bezalel, Binui, and Manasseh. Of the sons of Harim, Eleazar, Ishijah, Malchijah, Shemaiah, Shiman, Benjamin, Malach, and Shemariah. Of the sons of Hashem, Madani, Madada, Zabad, Eliphalet, Jeremiah, Manasseh, and Shimei. Of the sons of Bani, Madai, Amram, Uel, Benaiah, Pedaiah, Chaluhi, Phaniah, Merimoth, Eliashib, Ataniah, Madani, Josu, Bani, Binui, Shimei, Shelemiah, Nathan, Adiah, Majnibai, Shashai, Sharai, Hazel, Shelemiah, Shemariah, Shalom, Amariah, and Joseph. Of the sons of Nebo, Jael, Mattathiah, Zabad, Sabina, Ido, Joel, and Benaiah. All these had taken foreign wives. Some of them had wives by whom they had children. The book of Nehemiah, chapter 1. The words of Nehemiah the son of Hakaliah. Now in the month Kislev, in the 20th year, as I was in Susa the palace, Hanani, one of my brothers, came, he and certain men out of Judah, and I asked them about the Jews who had escaped, who were left of the captivity, and concerning Jerusalem. He said to me, the remnant who are left of the captivity there in the province are in great affliction and reproach. The wall of Jerusalem is also broken down, and its gates are burned with fire. When I heard these words, I sat down and wept and mourned several days, and I fasted and prayed before the God of heaven, and said, I beg you, Yahweh, the God of heaven, the great and awesome God who keeps covenant and loving kindness with those who love him and keep his commandments. Let your ear now be attentive and your eyes open, that you may listen to the prayer of your servant which I pray before you at this time, day and night, for the children of Israel your servants, while I confess the sins of the children of Israel which we have sinned against you. Yes, I and my father's house have sinned. We have dealt very corruptly against you, and have not kept the commandments, nor the statutes, nor the ordinances, which you commanded your servant Moses. Remember, I beg you, the word that you commanded your servant Moses, saying, if you trespass, I will scatter you among the peoples. That if you return to me, and keep my commandments, and do them, though your outcasts were in the uttermost part of the heavens, yet I will gather them from there, and will bring them to the place that I have chosen, to cause my name to dwell there. Now these are your servants and your people, whom you have redeemed by your great power and by your strong hand. Lord, I beg you, let your ear be attentive now to the prayer of your servant, and to the prayer of your servants who delight to fear your name. And please prosper your servant today, and grant him mercy in the sight of this man. Now I was cupbearer to the king,